Welcome back, Wildcats, to the Cat Chat. Today we are here with Jenna and Chris.
Ooh, I like that. It's great.
How are you, Zoe?
I'm fantastic. How are you, Jenna?
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you. I love being here with you guys. It's so much fun.
It was so good to have you for your first show last month.
I know. I loved it.
How'd you feel?
I felt great. I like doing this stuff.
You look at it?
hmm
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah. My mom
Took your
showed
notes?
it. Yeah, my mom put it on my face. She's like, watch it. So I said, I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch it. But
There you
yeah,
go.
You
love
got
her.
such a warm welcome.
I know.
I loved seeing some comments on social media
I
that were
know.
like, Zoe.
Yeah.
I know.
They were shouting you out. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
They
No,
were.
we're happy to have you, Zoe.
Thank you. I'm happy that you guys are happy to have me and for me to be here.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So what do we have today?
Oh yeah.
I am personally really excited for our show today
Okay.
because we have some really interesting guests.
Yes.
Before we get into the high five, I just want to give people a little taste of what's coming today.
Yes.
Because I'll be talking to a couple members of Fulton Elementary's first ever drumline.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Perfect.
It gets me so excited.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And not to give away too many spoilers, but they even brought their little drum pads with them today.
Can't
So
wait to see
Aw.
it. Cannot wait to see
everyone
it.
may get a little performance today.
All right.
That's
All right.
perfect. I'm talking to Savannah LaMar and about her scholarship for the
Love
STEM
Savannah.
teachers. Yeah, she graduated. She was the class of 2022 at Springfield High School. So I'm so excited to talk to her.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a community connection segment with Miss Sarah Roberts of the Second Harvest Food Bank. So
Okay.
that's going to be cool. I think that's definite, some good information that our community needs
Yes.
for resources. So any viewers out there, stay tuned. We're going to have some good resources for you to reach out to in our community connection segment.
Absolutely. Well, it has been a busy month in our district. A lot of things going on and a lot of people that we need to shout out
Yes.
Okay.
in our high five
Okay.
this month, everybody.
Oh yeah, high five.
Oh, we gonna get it together.
We'll
That's
get
all
it.
right. All right. So I think, Zoe, you have our first
Yeah.
high five. Who is it?
So shout out to my girl Kayla Miller.
Kayla.
She's a finalist for the Coca-Cola scholarship, which is a really big deal. So congratulations,
Yes.
Kayla.
Always Coca-Cola.
And this was actually crazy because it was like over 100,000 people
Yeah.
Man.
applied for this scholarship, and Kayla was like one of a few hundred.
And like the nation or
yes,
whatever.
That's
that
awesome.
Yeah. it's a
are
really
narrowed
big deal.
down to this point.
Yes.
So, Kayla, we are rooting you on.
Yes, Kayla Miller.
Keep it going.
You got
Represent
it.
us well. We are cheering you on.
High five.
Oh yeah, high five.
Kayla.
High five.
We're getting there.
All right. Chris, I think you got number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, well, number 2, we want to shout out the school district and the MBK Springfield chapter, My Brother's Keeper, for being nationally certified and qualifying for that. That means that they have shown and taken the proper steps and did check the boxes of the things that we need to do to affect the community out of all the chapters. There's 200 chapters that took the commitment. Only 40 out of the whole nation are nationally certified, and the Springfield chapter is one of them now.
That's
Congratulations.
amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Kudos
High five.
to MBK.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, and high five to you, because that is a testament to the work that you have put in to getting all of these people and all of these kids together around a common cause. So
Thank
pat
you.
yourself on the back, Chris Wallace.
Yeah, good
Thank you.
job, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Well, our third high five goes over to Kenwood, because all of their kids over there are going to be nice, warm, and toasty this winter. They all just received winter coats courtesy of Bonzi and the Kiwanis Club.
I love the Kiwanis Club. They have been They have been a big part of our district for such a long time. I remember doing a volunteer tribute about 7 years ago, and the Kiwanis Club, I learned a lot about them then. Really caught my heart a little bit about how they do things and why they do it. So kudos to the Kiwanis Club.
It does something to you to see some of those kids go and have excitement to pick out their coat and want to pick a certain color and get excited when they get to take that home and know that that is theirs. So that was a cool experience. Glad that all of them in their building are going to have a coat this winter. So that's exciting. High five, Kenwood.
High five, baby.
All right, who's got number 4?
That.
Who's got number 4?
Oh, it's awful scary. Shout out to the Springfield City School District. I'm not a big Halloween fan, but definitely could feel the energy through the district. All the cool costumes, all the trunk or treats at the schools and here at the Dome. It was a great effort to reach the community by the district. And then they had the Willie Wildcat Halloween. What was it called? Willoween.
Yeah,
what is it? Willie Wallow Halloween.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It was really cool.
It was great.
So, great job, Springfield City School District. High five.
Great job.
Yes. I love it. Okay. And our last high five is going to go to the School of Innovation because they took an interesting field trip to the Carpenters Union to get a little down and dirty, see what it is like in the life of a carpenter. See all of those skilled trades, all of those experiences, and see if that is a potential career for them. Thought that was a different field trip that I am not seeing many people take.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Very cool.
That profession is definitely looking for more. And the fact that those kids are interested and we are putting them in the face of people that are looking for people like them, that alone deserves a high five.
Yes.
Well, and you can certainly make some money.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Real quick.
Just give me my money.
Yay!
Yay!
I did not know you knew that.
Oh, come on.
So funny.
That was quick.
That was so funny.
All right, well, that wraps up our high fives for today. But I want you to do a little something different this month. And I need you to send those to our podcast email, okay? So normally you send those in a direct message. I don't know what's going on, okay, with Instagram direct message. So just send them to the podcast email, podcast@scsdoh.org. Whoever is the first one, you will get the swag bag. Fulton Elementary, you have been killing it on these. I think the last 2 we've given to staff members at Fulton. So they have the quick fingers over there.
Hey.
They're getting them in fast.
Shout out to the Fulton Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if someone besides a Fulton staff member wants this swag bag, you got to be quicker than them because they're the ones to beat.
Oh, you got to be quicker than that. That's another plug, right?
Quick!
Got to be quicker than that. Oh, you almost had it.
You are great today.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. All right. You guys ready to get into the show?
Let's get into it. Let's do it.
All right.
We're ready.
We'll be right back on Cat Chat.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cat Chat. I am so thrilled for our Cat Den Happening segment today because I am joined today by Principal Howard of Fulton Elementary and 2 members of their newest Fulton drumline. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Mahela Hope White,
And what grade are you in?
6th grade.
Hello, my name is Defiella Stannon.
Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I am so excited to introduce this initiative, this program to everybody. Ms. Howard, first, why don't you kind of walk us through how this got started, and then we'll kind of turn it over to the girls and let them talk about their interest in drumline.
Sure. Well, I come from a musical family. My sister was a majorette in high school. My brothers played in the band. And so I've always been fascinated by the bands. And of course, you know, when you go to college campuses, you see all the, you know, all of the excitement about bands. And so we have scholars that are extremely musically inclined. That when they go to music class, they're always interested in instruments. We've had a bucket band in the past, and this year we were fortunate enough to have be able to purchase actual drums. So we have 15 snares, 3 bass drums, and so we are super excited about that. And so I just put it out there, hey, who would be interested? And we had about 40 or so students that were interested in participating in the drumline. We held auditions last week, and the rest is history, and here we are.
Which were fantastic.
Yes, they were.
Ladies, why were you so interested in being part of drumline? Had you played an instrument before? Was this your first time?
Well, I did a saxophone at Fulton Elementary.
Yeah.
We had a little group going on.
Yeah.
And I got chosen to be playing the saxophone.
So you had never done drums before, no percussion?
Well, at my church, when we praise dance, I do bucket band.
Okay.
In which we get a big bucket and some sticks, and we bucket band while people's praise dancing.
Fantastic. What about you, Dee Dee?
I did a piano, and when I was like at church, I used to like go to the drum set when his church is done, and I used to just play it, and then when it's time to go, I just like use my hand to hit the tables, cause like it sounds nice and it's like calms you down. And I had an older brother. He was in band. He was playing the flute, and instead of doing band, I wanted to do drumline. And when I was younger, he used to use his finger to use it as a stick and put on the table, and I used to dance to it, and I started doing it too.
So you guys both have a little bit of musical background,
Yes.
right? This is not your first time with an instrument. And I am so serious when I tell you that I was so impressed when I watched your auditions last week. I thought both of you and all of your classmates did amazing at your auditions.
Yes.
I want to know, were you guys nervous at all?
I actually was nervous a little bit, but I stayed calm because I had Mr. Boston and Miss Howard and Mr.
Mr. Clark?
Yeah, Mr. Clark with me. So it really calmed me down, and then I just stopped worrying about other people and just worried about me.
Dee Dee, were you nervous?
I was, cause like I never knew that, cause when I go in front of a lot of things, like a lot of people, I get really nervous. Then when I started doing it, it calms me down because everybody was there to support me, my teacher, Miss Howard, Miss Clark, and it really calmed me down.
Yeah.
Did it take you guys a long time to learn the drums or learn your song? Especially because you guys had to prepare your own song, right?
Yeah.
Prepare your own piece.
Yeah.
Did it take you guys a long time to pick that up?
Not really, because I'm a fast learner a little bit.
Yeah.
I just went to a table by myself, and I'm like, in my head, the more I go, the faster it catches on. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna do that one.
Gotcha.
And then I just did that one, and then everybody was happy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same. Because when I went to the table, I practiced, and I used to do the same beat that I used to do at home, and I did it, and then I went faster and faster, and then I did it, and then I really liked it.
Did you guys watch any videos of drum lines?
Not necessarily, no.
No? Just kind of whatever you were thinking of in your head, that's what you went with?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
So we played, I sent a link out so our drumline was open to 4th, 5th, and 6th grade scholars. And so I sent a link out to those teachers to play prior to auditions to see if that would, draw up some excitement. So they played it just so that they could see the vision, like this is where we want to be eventually. And then I think the day of auditions, we played, as they were waiting, we played drumline just so that they could keep that excitement going.
Yeah. Now, before, we kind of got talking today and even the day of auditions, Miss Howard, you talked about where you'd like this group to go. Could you share that?
Well, sure. So eventually, beginning with the end in mind, at the end of the school year, I would like for them to be prepared well enough to participate in the Memorial Day Parade here in Springfield. That is our ultimate goal at the end of the year. We will do some performances, for the building and for parents in between that time. But ultimately, these are sixth graders, so they're going to be moving on to the middle school next year. And I want them to experience something on a broader scale. So we're hoping that they will be able to march in that parade at the end of the year.
What do you guys think about that?
It's awesome. I think that I will have a lot of joy with that and stuff.
Same, because it was like the Martin Luther King parade. It was like really cool and stuff. You see the cars going by, you see people carrying the flags, and I see bands, and it looks really cool. Like you pass around, and your family members are over there, and they're supporting you. So
yeah,
it feels good.
I would love to see you guys in the Memorial Day parade. I think that would be fantastic, especially if they were right next to the Springfield High Band.
Yes.
I would just love to see that unity, right, between our young scholars and our older scholars. That would be fantastic.
And I think this is in addition to just trying to get something, some additional music in the building, this is going to prepare them for auditioning for the high school band. We want them to start getting that experience now. And fall in love with music, because music is math, music is reading. So all of those content skills that we are teaching them, they can still carry it on with the drumline.
Absolutely. Ms. Howard, why is it so important, and you even just touched on it a little now, why is it so important for them to have something like this at the elementary level, whether that be something like this after school, something like this to get them involved? What is the importance there? Well,
I'm a huge proponent of early exposure to these positive things. So last year we had the mock debate team.
Yes.
And so we know that the high school has, an award-winning debate team. So we're trying to introduce them early. So by the time they get to high school, they've heard of this. They've experienced a debate team. They've experienced a drumline. They've experienced band. And so they have the option of, if they want to continue it, they already have experience. They're already ready and primed to participate and be successful in those endeavors.
Absolutely. All right, girls, so I think we are ready to hear what you got, and you brought your pads with you today. So Cat Chat audience, you are going to hear a little bit of what we had the pleasure of hearing at their auditions. Girls, go ahead and grab your pads.
Yes, ma'am.
And everyone, they have actually learned a whole lot already, including even how to hold the sticks and everything like that. So girls, take it away.
You may go first.
Okay, Dee Dee.
We will do our 8 count for you. Okay. If I start everything.
Excellent job.
So proud of them.
I am too, and I can't wait to see how far they come in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yes.
And I certainly can't wait to see them hopefully at the Memorial Day Parade.
So we start our practices next Monday.
Fantastic.
After school. We are so excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like band and drumline because it brings joy to me. I never had nothing like this because when in my school, when I was in kindergarten and stuff like that, we really did not have stuff like this. And then when Miss Howard came in, she stepped it up, and it just brought joy to me.
Well, it's so clear that you guys are focused and you have a real talent. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as these pads come out, even at your auditions, you're locked into what you're doing. And so I hope that you both continue with this talent, in whatever instrument that is. Yeah. Even if it's not drums, if it's piano, if it's saxophone, you guys are both incredibly talented in music. And it's like you can see the inner workings of your brains like turn on as soon as you are working with your instrument. So it's just really cool to see that.
We're excited to hand them over when they get ready to go to high school, that they're getting kids that are ready and excited and experienced, either on the drums, the saxophone, or whatever instrument they choose.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And I think this is really going to be a good catalyst for other elementary schools, the middle schools. I think you guys are going to start to blaze the trail, as you always do. And I appreciate you guys coming on Cat Chat and doing a little performance for everybody. They're certainly going to be watching you guys in the coming weeks and months. So thank you guys for taking a few minutes out of your day. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So if you guys don't have anything else, we will send it off, and we'll be right back with more Cat Chat.
Welcome back, Wildcats, to the Cat Chat. Today we are here with featured alumni, Savannah LaMar. That's right, get hype. Woot woot, I can hear your cheers through the screen. All right, so today I will be interviewing her and talking to her about her career and her time at Springfield High School. So you graduated in 2022, is that correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your experience at Springfield High School.
So I had a great experience at Springfield High School, just kind of based on the different people I got to interact with. So I was a part of volleyball, I was a part of student council, I was a part of National Honor Society. So I think just getting to interact with all those different kind of people really kind of shaped me and the way I look at the world and things like that really made my high school experience something that's different from other people, which I very much value.
Yeah.
So just kind of those different experiences, and then classes too, the different kind of like I took AP/IB classes, so the kind of harder getting ready for college classes, but then also like my art class was one of my favorite classes, just from the simple fact of I get to see people I didn't get to see in other classes and things like that. So I think that aspect just really made my high school experience just amazing, and I'm so grateful for it.
Great, that's amazing. And you're at Wittenberg right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you are an education major?
So I'm a mathematics major and education minor.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yes.
so what made you want to choose that?
So it just means I want to teach high school math.
Okay.
Wittenberg is kind of nice in a way that they split it up. So if education, I find out later on, is not something I want to continue doing, I can kind of fall back on my math major. But kind of getting into why I wanted to do it, it was mainly just I had some teachers in my experience all through high school and even elementary that really shaped me who I am and kind of believed in me. So kind of just wanting to pay that forward and be there for those kind of students in that way, so that they feel like they belong someplace that's outside in this world where they might not any other time.
That's amazing. I love her, ladies and gentlemen. And you won a new scholarship for Wittenberg, is that correct? Is it for STEM teachers? Can you tell us about that, please?
So it is called the Noyce Scholarship.
Okay.
So it is for science and math teachers wanting to continue education.
Okay.
So the way it kind of works is they will pay however much for it can be for juniors or seniors, so they kind of help financially with college, getting through those last few years. And it's for students going into math or science.
Okay.
But you then help in a high needs school district in return. So with them paying, they kind of help. It's kind of a give and take. Like they're helping us, we're helping them to kind of teach in those high needs school districts. So it's just kind of a way to do that. And it's another way too where STEM teachers can find a way to connect. So I actually just went to a conference in St. Louis this past weekend. So we got to go and sit and talk to other like-minded people who want to do the same thing as we do, and kind of interact based on that, and kind of see how we want to change the world in which we teach science and math and how to continually improve that. So that's kind of cool, but that's a little bit about it.
No, that's great. That's great. And you're at Wittenberg. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience at Wittenberg?
So Wittenberg is very different. For me, at least, I came from Springfield High School, so it was kind of a bigger environment. Going to, on college terms, a smaller university that's more secluded. I actually love it. I like getting to see people that I see all the time, so you really build connections because it is smaller. Whereas some of the bigger universities, like, you see people once, maybe twice a week. But so really getting that small campus feeling and getting to really connect with people is something that I really love about Wittenberg. Like, you walk in the student center or at a volleyball game or something, and everyone's talking to everyone because everyone knows everyone. So that's just something I really love about it, and that's why it kind of drew me towards them.
That's great. What do you want to do long term after you graduate?
So kind of my plans for that is to go into teaching math. My licensure is from 7 to 12. I don't know where I'll end up yet. I'm thinking kind of the high school level. Not really sure on that, but definitely going back to school, getting my master's. I would love to be able to teach like the higher level kind of math classes and just getting a different perspective on that kind of stuff. Something I really want to do. Also something I'm very passionate about, education-based, is helping to find a way to better reach out to the English language learners. So kind of figuring out how to best support them in the classroom, because right now, like, we're experiencing students coming in and we don't know how to best support them because it's kind of a learning curve. So kind of getting involved in that and figuring out how I can be a part of that and a solution to that problem so it doesn't continue to become a problem.
No, that's great. I feel like that would be really beneficial too. And I'm glad that you're so passionate about all of this because I feel like this is the passion we need, people. So what were you involved in this past fall? Or it's technically still fall, but what were you involved in?
So this past fall, I actually got an opportunity to coach at the middle school volleyball level for Springfield.
Oh, that's right.
And so that was kind of a cool experience to kind of get into building connections with kids and starting to see like how they learn, how they grow, and things like that outside of the classroom and kind of in a fun sports environment, so that like when I get up to my teaching level, like I'll have a basis of how they best learn. And it's fun. It's what I love to do. It's what I've played for 8 years. So
because you played in high school too.
So just getting to continue that was really cool, and especially sharing the sport I love with middle school girls is always a fun time.
Oh, that's great. You said you graduated Springfield High School. Do you think that has any impact on what you want to do with the higher needed level for schools so you can help them out?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that's kind of where it stems from. And just being able to, some of these kids come in and they don't have a great home life. They come to school as a safe place. So just kind of getting to that root of being like the consistent in their world is something that I really love and want to achieve. That's kind of why high needs for me, especially coming from a high needs school district, that is something that I want to pursue, and I want to be that person for other students that teachers were for us as we were going through our experience, and just kind of paying it forward to hopefully inspire other people to do the same thing. So.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you have inspired me, and I feel like that's so great, especially with me being a senior this year and you talking about all of the things you've experienced at Springfield High School and the newer challenges that are facing our high school. I feel like what you're doing is going to help us so much, and I'm so glad. Like, you're like the perfect person to do this stuff too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So you said some teachers really inspired you to become a teacher and to want to help students. So who were some of those teachers at Springfield High School, or really any school?
Yeah, so when I came in, actually in second grade, I came from a different school. So coming in to a new school in second grade is kind of scary, not knowing anybody, and just kind of missed the first few years of elementary school, so everyone really knew each other and I didn't. And I was behind in English. So one of the teachers, Miss Clark, was my second grade teacher, who actually kind of took that and was able to identify that in me and kind of work with me. But then my third grade teacher at Snow Hill, Mr. Bisher, really took the foundation of that and the understanding of that, and we kind of hit the ground running for the entire year, getting me to the place where I was going to pass the 3rd grade reading guarantee. So he worked with me after school, during school, pulled out for like small groups, all the things like that. And then after I passed the 3rd grade reading guarantee, and then even over the summer, he worked with me one-on-one to be able to make sure I didn't slide back to where I was before, so I kept improving when I went on to the next grade. And those were kind of my foundational teachers that were kind of inspirational. And then when I got to high school, I had two specifically.
Yes.
Miss Hovater and Mr. Reed. Both
Love Mr. Reed. Yes.
Both English, which is not my subject, so crazy that they're my favorite, but just kind of their willingness to help with whatever. They took things outside of classroom. They really took an interest in what I was doing, the sports I was playing, the clubs I was in, just how I was doing mentally. I know Mrs. Hovater would take during one of our tests, I was stressed about it. I didn't want to take it, but I had to.
Yeah.
And so she wrote me like little positive little notes during the test and be like, you got this, like you're doing great.
Yeah.
So just kind of those inspirations. And then Mr. Reed, every Friday I would go to his class and I would sit. He probably got so annoyed that I was in there sitting on his Friday when he was trying to go home, but he would help me clear anything up I didn't have got down in his class, or just like talking about how life was or anything like that. So just like those kind of teachers that not only were there educationally for me, but then also like personally, and just caring about me as a person.
That's what I love about Springfield High School. I feel like we have such great teachers, and especially like Mr. Reed. I'm not familiar with the other teacher, but I'm sure she was amazing.
She left.
Yeah.
She left right after
I
had her,
But
So.
It's great to see what type of impacts teachers can have on us, especially for what we want to do in the future, like you. Like, you want to be a teacher now.
Right.
And I think that's so amazing. Well, thank you, Savannah, our featured alumni on the Cat Chat. We will be right back.
Welcome back to Cat Chat. I'm your host, Chris Wallace, and this is our community connection segment where we try to connect you, the community, to your resources around the community. Today we have Miss Sarah Roberts from Second Harvest Food Bank, and she is the operations manager.
Director.
Operations director. Excuse me, Sarah.
All right. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Welcome to Cat Chat.
Thank you.
It's good to have you.
Thrilled to be here.
Oh yeah, awesome. It's a great day. Really excited about this, to talk to you. I know quite a bit about Second Harvest. I've done some volunteering down there through Leadership Clark County as well. And I see the need. I know the importance of it. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are?
Sure.
And maybe a little short segment of how you ended up at Second Harvest Food Bank.
Oh, so that's an interesting story, actually. So my name's Sarah Roberts. I have been part of the Springfield community for the last 18 years. Unfortunately, I don't live up here, but my spouse is a firefighter in the city and has been for 18 years. I have 3 children. I actually spent 25 years in healthcare, 16 of those as a nurse. During COVID, I was working at a major hospital in Columbus, doing high-level customer service. It was very difficult. I often say that those few years of COVID were harder than all 16 years of nursing. So after COVID was over and everybody readjusted back into normal life, I did not readjust as well.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I think some of it was just being burned out. And I'm like, I want to try something different. I knew I wanted to serve people. That's always been what I've done, and I knew I wanted to continue with that. So I saw a program manager job at the food bank open up, and I was like, well, I'm going to try. That sounds interesting. It's honestly a world I didn't know anything about. Got the position, love it, absolutely love it, even surprised myself. And then this past June, our director of operations got a chief operating officer job out in Colorado, so I was able to promote into that position.
That's awesome. With the same, they got the chief
They got it out at a food bank in Colorado.
Was it Second Harvest?
It's not called Second Harvest. It's called something else. But there are a bunch of Second Harvests.
Yes. How do you know how many Second Harvests there are?
There's not, but I do know. So I'm sure you've heard of our parent organization, Feeding America. So Feeding America used to be called Second Harvest.
Gotcha.
It was like America's Second Harvest.
Okay.
So when they changed their name, a lot of food banks adapted that Second Harvest name.
Got you.
Just in the state of Ohio, there's 2 or 3 that I know of. I would guess there's probably at least 30 throughout the country.
30 throughout the country.
At least.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of things are you looking for from the community? Is there ways communities can assist you in different ways?
Absolutely, in multiple ways. So,
Okay.
of course, the first one is always money, because we know money can do things that other people can't, even if
Correct.
it's... A lot of people don't know that we are driven. The majority of our donations come in as monthly donations that are $5 or $10 a month. And,
Right.
people do it repeatedly. That is where the majority of our donations come from. The other way people can help is volunteering. So as you mentioned, you volunteered. I don't know if you helped hand out food.
Yeah, we bagged it.
Yes.
Came out to the cars. The
Yes.
cars was in line.
Yes.
Loaded the trunks up. Made sure it fit in the car. Put some back here. Put it. Yeah, we did it all. We
So
was right in there.
Direct distribution is a way, like you did, just handing people food to their car. Another way is we have a senior program we run. We serve around 900 seniors in Clark, Champaign, and Logan County. Those boxes have to be packed each month.
Right.
So we have packing groups scheduled throughout the year, throughout the month, every month, to pack those boxes for seniors. So that's always something we can use assistance with. And even just sorting our product. So we do not have a purchase budget for food. I think a lot of people think we purchase semi-loads of food, and that's not the case. We don't purchase any food. So 50% of our food comes from the government through, farm assist programs, TFAP programs, the commodity, the senior supplemental food program. So that's how 50% of our food comes. The other 50% is donated by retailers within our 3 counties: Walmart, Meijer, Aldi, GFS, even Sheetz will donate products. Sheehan's is a big donor. So that's where the 50% of our food comes from. So even if you're, in a grocery store, or you're part of a restaurant operation that serves food, and you guys have food at the end of the day that you're like, we don't know what to do with this. Even calling us and saying, hey, if you guys could stop by once a week and grab the food we no longer need, then we take that and we hand that back out to the community.
That is an awesome job. That is very good. Can you stress the importance to our community? Why Second Harvest Food Bank is needed?
Yes. So even with us, and we have 65 partners that run over 70 programs within our 3 counties. In our 3 counties, even with us and all our partners, there is still 14.9% of people live with food insecurity, which means they don't have enough food to meet their basic needs or even the needs of their children. That means it's 1 in 3 children, 1 in 5 adults who are hungry. We also know that children, unfortunately, suffer a lot more, especially during summer and on the weekends, because there's a lot of kids out there that their meals are what they get at school. So when they're not at school, they don't eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's real deep. It's a lot of people out here that need this resource. I know we probably touched some hearts in this conversation. Where could someone, if they feel touched or motivated to be a part or to volunteer or to even create a volunteer plan for their organization, where do they find you?
So you can contact us either by a phone call or an email. If you go to our website, all our phone numbers and extensions and all our emails, it's www.theshfb.org. And if you go there, you'll find there's areas where you can click, want to volunteer, want to help, and then it'll take you directly to the person that oversees that.
Great. Well, is there anything you would want to tell that camera? Let's say, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Yeah.
That camera right there is a person.
Yes.
That is asking you, I'm not sure where I want to volunteer, but Second Harvest Food Bank is an option. What do you say to that person to volunteer?
Yes. With us?
Yes.
So I think that we can fit almost any volunteer need that volunteers have. So we have volunteers that aren't comfortable being social, so they will oftentimes pack boxes. We have volunteers who are more comfortable being social, so those will be volunteers we utilize to actually talk to our neighbors. Just know that when you help one person, you're not just helping one person, you're helping their entire family and the community. Because it's not just about feeding people, it's about giving them resources so that they cannot maybe need us in the future. We call it shortening the line. And we do that with volunteer work because we're very small. We have less than 30 employees. So 85% of the work that gets done is done by our volunteers. So they essentially help the organization run. So if you're someone who's interested in being something that's much bigger than yourself, this would be the opportunity to do that.
Sarah Roberts, thank you so much for coming on the Cat Chat for our community connection. Help Sarah and Second Harvest Food Bank shorten the line. We'll be right back with Cat Chat. Welcome back, folks, to Cat Chat, and oh my, what another great episode.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely awesome. Sarah Roberts, awesome with the community connection. Mm-hmm. Great job. Gave me a little insight with some more things that they do. The community, you guys are aware of how you can get involved now. So looking forward to her contacting us, saying thanks because of Cat Chat and the community watching. We have an upswing in volunteer and participation. Well, so I know that's coming.
And that's the thing with the food bank too, right? Is it's not only bringing awareness to this issue, it's how can I assist, right?
Yes.
And they have plenty of opportunities for people to just go down there and help out.
Yes.
I was actually really excited to go down there just today, actually, and see our kids down there helping out and stocking their shelves.
That's awesome.
And they always have those opportunities available
That's great.
For our kids or for our staff members or whoever.
Yeah. And I found out how they get their food. Like, they don't buy food. They are out seeking people. I mean, I think the government gives them 50%, but the other part, and in such the high need and the demand in our community for it, I love what they're doing. And Sarah was really passionate about her job and how she got here. So it was a great interview with her.
More you know, right?
That's right. More
Absolutely.
You know.
Well, I am offering the invitation for the Fulton Drumline to come and play whenever.
Okay.
Because I'm just so excited to see where the future takes them. I sincerely hope that they do make it to the Memorial Day Parade, because I think I will just well with joy to see them next to our Marching Wildcats.
Yes.
I think that would be phenomenal. I think, as always, Principal Howard is doing an incredible job with them and just giving them new experiences over there.
Yeah.
And it's clear that the girls that she brought with her are excited about what's coming.
Oh, when you said, let me see what you got, there was no hesitation about getting here, getting in there, and getting after it. I saw them get down here and start to, hey, this is how we're going to do it, so that was awesome.
And they know all of the intricacies of instruments, you know what I mean, and of music. Like, if you asked a kid to pick up and start drumming, sure, they could do that. But these students know how to hold the sticks. They know counts. They know cadence. And they know all those terminologies. And so I think that's what impresses me. And they're just at the beginning.
Yes.
So check in with them 6 weeks from now, 8 weeks from now. That's what makes me happy, is this is learning in action. So great job, Miss Howard. You're astounding. Keep at it.
Yes.
We're in awe of you.
Yeah, keep doing big things. We love it.
Speaking of big things,
Okay.
thank you to Savannah LaMar, our featured alumni on the Cat Chat. She is doing amazing things, not only at Wittenberg, but for our school community. She is also a volleyball coach.
Coach Savannah.
Yeah, Coach
Okay,
Savannah.
Coach.
But yeah, she's doing amazing things, and she actually won, I believe, the STEM scholarship for all STEM major teachers.
That
so
is
that
awesome.
is pretty amazing. So great job, Savannah, and I can't wait to see what you do for the future of our education.
Yes.
Awesome
Can't wait to
interview.
see you in a building, Coach
yes,
Savannah.
yes,
Yes.
can't
Can't
wait.
wait to see you back in this building, in another building, teaching our
Yes.
kids. It's clear that this is where she wants to be. And so
Yes.
I hope she ends
Very
up
passionate.
exactly where she wants to be back here.
Me too. Me
Good.
too.
She only got a couple more years left, so watch out.
Oh no.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Well, I think that wraps us up for
Yeah.
today, everybody.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
We were out of here.
All right. Well,
I try to get that.
No, he's been getting me this
That-
whole time.
am I gonna have to separate you two? Maybe
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
sit in the middle.
No,
next
you have to
episode.
separate him.
It's always my fault.
Maybe
Yeah, it's
I need to
always
sit in the
his
middle.
fault.
How's it my fault all the time? But okay.
All right.
I can handle
Well,
it.
if we don't have anything else, then I
Yes.
think we gotta send it home.
Let's get
Okay.
out of here. Hey,
Okay.
thank you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you next month.
Right here on Cat Chat.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Peace.